Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be discussing what the best attacker gadgets are in Rainbow Six Siege. So for each of the 5 gadgets we'll be going over basics for beginners, some advanced tips for the players wanting to greatly improve at the game, and I'll show you which operators this gadget should be used on. But before we get into this video, please can you give the video a like and maybe subscribe if you're new, because this video took a lot of time and effort, probably the most on my channel, so I'd really appreciate a like. So let's go over the 5 types of gadgets that we're going to be talking about in this video. So stun grenades, breaching charges, claymores, frag grenades and smoke grenades. This is the order that we're going to be covering them in, so just skip forward in the video. So let's start with stun grenades or flash grenades. Let's go with the basics. So it blinds and deafens everyone looking at it or near it. It lasts for 5 seconds if right next to the person. But if it's 5 meters away, it won't do any effect unless you're looking at it like dead on. Each operator who has access to them gets only 3. However, they're not very valuable as people just know how to counter them and look away, so they're often used to burn Jaeger active defense systems, so that more valuable grenades like frags or Fuze charges or like candelas can go through without being destroyed if you don't have a good peek on the Jaeger ADS. Right, operators to bring on. So, personally, I would bring stun grenades on Blackbeard, Maverick, Nomad, Lion, Thermite, Ash, Hibana, and Capitao. However, this is all opinion, so you don't have to follow it exactly. Next, we have breaching charges, which is probably the most common gadget. So the basics of breaching charges are that each attacker who gets them has 3. They can be placed on any soft wall, so hatches if they're not reinforced, or walls. But they are the most common gadget and they're pretty easy to hear them being placed and explode, so easy to destroy. So let's go into the advanced tips. So if you can take any damage if next to it on any side of the wall when it explodes. It also has a slight disorientation effect if you get hit by it. And yeah, there's not really much more about breaching charges. Pretty simple. So let's go into operators to bring it on. So honestly, I would not bring it on any operator, because it's just like so many abilities have it. Like maybe Fuze or Ying, but so many operators have a similar ability that does the exact same job. Like a bigger breaching charge, such as like the exothermic charge, or like Zofia, Ash's breaching rounds. Sledge and Buck also do really good jobs at this, so that's why I do it. Also, secondary and primary shotguns like Jackal, Amaru, or Gridlock also do a really good job at destroying walls. So let's move on to the Claymore, which is probably the most used gadget. You only get 1, which is pretty obvious. It can be placed on any flat surface, so that's like any flat surface. It doesn't have to be breakable. It activates 1.6 seconds after being placed. If any of the defenders touch any of the 3 red lasers coming out, it will explode. However, 3 armor operators or defenders with Rook's armor will only be knocked by the explosion. Also, if you're overhealed by Doc, you have a chance of it surviving. Claymores are very easy to see and break, so it's often used to delay the defenders from defusing the diffuser if you have it down, because they have to destroy it before doing it. It's also good for cutting off rotation routes, because you'll hear them destroying the Claymore, and it's also good for if you're trying to stop someone rushing you outside by jumping out a window. Now, Claymores have a lot more to cover than all the other gadgets, so going to have an extra advanced section. So it can be put on top of stairs with only 1 laser poking out, incredibly hard to see, but it still explodes. If you punch a tiny hole in a wall, one of the lasers can still go through and explode, so yeah. So I would bring the Claymore on IQ and Twitch, but also Ying, Zofia, and Thatcher. So let's move on to frag grenades. So the first basic is always bring, because they're very rare. Rook's armor will always result in being knocked if you hit directly by it. It will kill if within 2 meters of you when it explodes, and also 3 armor operators will not die but get knocked when they're hit by it. Right, so you should always bring frag grenades on Sledge, Buck, Dokkaebi, and Thinker. Just a quick disclaimer, at the time of making the slides for this video I didn't realise, but Glaz has frags, so you should also bring them on him. So you probably didn't realise we didn't do an advanced section on frags because we're doing why you should bring them on those operators. So you should bring them on the 4 or 5 operators I said, because they're very rare, and there are only 5 people who have frags. I know it is 4, but it's 5. Also, Sledge and Buck can use the frag grenades when vertical peeking to try and get a nice kill. The basics of smoke grenades. So smoke grenades emit cloud of smoke which can't be seen through by anyone except Glaz thermoscope, bulletproof cameras, maestro cameras, and Warden's ability. Smoke grenades activate 3 seconds after throwing, so you gotta let it bounce around for a bit before going in, and then after it activates, it lasts 13 seconds. Right, let's go on to the advanced. So always try and bring smoke grenades, as they are very valuable, and but the ADS from Jaeger can obviously counter them, so make sure not to waste them. Also, smoke grenades are often used to cover a defuse, so often use chuck a C4 or smoke grenade, like smoke the character grenade, or use Echo's drone if you hear the plant. Lastly, let's go with the operators to bring smoke grenades on. So, you should always bring smoke grenades on Gridlock, Blitz, and Glaz, but you can often use frags as well, Monty, and Jackal. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe if you're new, as this used 59 different voice messages and 109 different slides. It took me about a week to make and over 5 hours of my time. So I'd really appreciate a like. Thanks for watching and goodbye. Also, let me know if you want me to make a defense one.